Has anybody here ever been in love? I see everyone. And who's been here had their heart broken? Wow. Laila, you are right. We are in the middle of pandemic loneliness. Have you moved on or healed from there, from the broken heart? Sort of. Right. All right. Last year, OnlyFans was at the peak of its glory because of the pandemic. And I, like a kid, just discovered this new candy line in the town. I was so excited to try. And I even asked my girlfriends, you guys, I think this is a good platform to make some easy cash. And so, hey, I'm Sisil, and I like to dip my toes in a different side of the world. I love to taste just a little bit of what life has to offer, especially in sexual things. For research. Right? And on June 2020, this guy offered me to be a photographer of my shoot for OnlyFans. We were doing it in his beautiful house, and I was bringing some of my costumes, lingeries, toys, you name it, for the photo shoot. And we had incredible fun together. And we didn't expect it, but it ended up with sex. It was consensual, for sure. And for some reason, I didn't expect it, but it charged my sexual battery in full. I didn't have that amazing sex in for the past couple of months. And I was so happy because it was primal, it was great, it was exciting. And so I love it. Growing up, I had never seen my mom and dad holding hands or kissing each other or even saying I love you to their kids, because in Indonesia, where this is a conservative country, you guys, it's just so uncommon for parents to say I love you to their kids or even hugged each other to comfort their kids. All I hear was my mom and dad fighting, arguing, screaming. At the end of the night, I heard my mom crying from the other side of the room. It was so painful. So to me, I didn't know what intimacy, love, comfort, feeling safe, romance, and even kink until later in life when I was learning a lot and decided to be a sex educator. And so the exploration of my sexual endeavor was a part of my experiment. I would love to experience everything: the touch, the intimacy with a stranger, hard fucks, soft fucks, bad sex, good sex, you name it, the sex that I regret in the morning, drunk sex, sex with drugs, sex parties. I would love to experience all that. And so, on August 2020, me and this guy, we met again. He threw a psychedelic party and invited me. It was a small party with close friends, so it was very intimate, and we were all highs on different places. And so I was sitting on the couch, I was sitting by myself, and I was listening to this song. This song was so painful, I was crying. And he walked to me and said, "Hey, are you okay?" And I said, "I this song, could you hear how painful the singer sing this song? I mean, I cannot, who turned on this song?" And so he sat next to me and tried to comfort me and then said, "It's okay. I'm gonna be here for you." And so he looked into me, deep into my eyes. It was so intimate, and his energy wrapped around myself, and my energy melts with him. And we kissed. We made out. We bite each other. And then it turned into some crazy shit on the couch, and then we decided to move upstairs to his bedroom. And it seems like we've been known each other forever. It was raw, it was primal, his eyes penetrated deep into my soul. It was rough, rushing with adrenalines, and soft to balance the flavor. It was the kind of intimacy that makes the world stops. You are so special, he said. And I was smiled. On September 2020, I decided to move from Bali to Jakarta. For a bigger work opportunity, a friend of mine have been offering me and my brand, Sisilism, to be invested for long term since August, but I haven't said yes to it. So the plan was to create a solid team for the first school of sex ed in Indonesia. And so I said, you know what? I'm already bored in Bali for 2 years. And when the pandemic happens, the lockdowns, the uncertainties, it was, you know what? I'm so bored. Yes, I will do it. I'm going to move. And so I moved. And so I've been living in Bali for 2 years. And I have made great, solid community, my chosen family. And it feels like I thought, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make it extra for my leave. So I'm gonna throw some small party. Nobody's gonna know that I'm going to move. And so on that evening, at the end of the evening, I gathered everyone and I said, guys, I'm gonna miss you so much. I am going to move. And everyone was like, what? How? And I told them the reason why, because I want to do something big, something better. And then Vera here, my dear best friend, she is my partner in crime. She's my partner, my lover, a friend, and a wife, my most supportive friend. And she said, oh, I'm so proud of you. I know that you are going to be big. And so I feel at that night, I feel so loved. That was the kind of night that I've never felt experienced before because everyone just seemed to love me and the love that I received is so big. And he was there. He was shocked and silenced. And he didn't come to me until later that night when it was just the two of us. We spent the evening looking at the stars, sharing our stories, eating leftover cold food and stale popcorn, smoking weed, and we were getting to know each other better. And I thank him for making me feel safe and loved. And I say to him, now I understand. About what? I understand why it feels so special. And so, he smiled. That night, he asked me, so you have 2 weeks left in Bali. Do you want to do something? Like, do you want to see some Mon Agung? Or like, do you want to go on a trip together? And I said, fuck yes. Let's do it, just the two of us. So we went on a short trip. We were visiting temples, seeing the sunrise in Mount Agung, and we making love on the side of the beach. The sky full of stars, and it was incredibly beautiful until some boat came. It was really awkward. We never actually say I love you or even making an official commitment, and it was all blurry. But all I know is I feel comfortable, I feel open, I feel safe, and the connection that we had, it was immaculate and nothing like I've experienced before. And that was enough for me. And the trip has finished. A few days later, I'm flying out to Jakarta, my new home. Not long after that, we were planning on another trip. And I was so excited for it. Oh, I'm gonna meet him again. Yes. And we've been planning this trip for a month because it's gonna be his birthday next month. And so I was I was so excited. I was so pumped up. Oh my God, I'm going to see him again. And so 2 days before my flight to Bali, I got a phone call from him. I want to do this retreat, so I don't think I can do the trip with you. And I was in shock. But why? We've been planning this trip for a month. How could you just cancel it last minute? I already bought my ticket. I already booked our hotel because it's gonna be his birthday, and I don't know what to gift him. So I'm just gonna book the hotel, a good one, and then call it a gift. And the conversation was very awkward. We would go back and forth, and I could see that he also feel uncomfortable. And so he said, "You know what? See, this is the reason why I don't do long distance relationship. It doesn't work for me. I don't like it. And I don't think it'll be a problem if you are here in Bali right now." My heart drops. My throat closed up. My mouth was shut. I hung up. Was it even a relationship? I asked myself. I spent days and days crying in my room. My body stopped functioning. Every time his name pops up in my head, I cried. I cried when I'm taking a shower. I cried when I'm eating my chicken wings. I cried when I was writing my journal. And I cried when I meditate. I even cried when I was about to go to sleep. And I cried the moment I wake up. I didn't go out for days and spent hours and hours of writing on my journal about this guy. Then I cried again. After a few days, I called my best friend and I said, "It hurts. Why does it hurt so much?" And she couldn't say anything, but she said, "It's okay. Just cry it out. Pour your heart out." My chest hurts. It feels as if someone stabbed me on my chest. And now I understand why people could die from a broken heart. Because it hurts so bad. That phone call basically just 90% of me crying and 10% of her just listening and trying to comfort me. And after I hung up, I was thinking, wait, I don't want to die from a broken heart. I don't want to die because of love, because love's supposed to be beautiful, right? Why should I cry? And so I did some research on Google, just like, I don't know, maybe everyone, how to move on, how to cure a heartbroken, those kind of thing, to help me feel better. And then I found this theory from Kubler-Ross. It is the 5 stages of grief. Stage 1, denial. No, I wasn't in denial. I know that he didn't like me back or love me back. And I also accept the fact that I'm crying out loud or I'm crying all days in my room. I accept that I feel vulnerable and broken. So no, I wasn't in denial. Step 2, stage 2, anger. Was I angry? No, I didn't want to punch him in the face or choke him to death. No, but I was disappointed. I was very disappointed because he canceled the trip last minute and he said that thing that hurt me. And so I was disappointed with me because I probably have a high expectation. And I also disappointed with him. In stage 3, bargaining. Was I bargained with my situation? I think I did. I asked the universe, oh, you know what? Maybe in 2-3 months, he's gonna like me back. He's gonna call me and he's gonna regret it. Not gonna happen. Nah. So I probably bargained again because on December 2020, we kind of like reunited again because I went to Bali for my friend's engagement party and then we met. We had our moment. And then I kind of thought to myself, see, he kind of still into me. And then I text him after that night, hey, do you want to see each other again and then continue what we did last night? And he answered, oh, yeah, I understand that we had a special connection, but the distance confirmed my standpoint on long distance relationship. I feel pressured. I wish for us to becoming friends, to leave our romantic relationship behind. And ladies and gentlemen, it was clear to me that he wants to close the container. And here goes stage 4, depression, my second round of mental breakdown. I was crying my heart out. Another night full of tears, runny nose, and tissues everywhere. And actually, in my experience, depression stage didn't come in the 4th stage. It comes first. And so it happened in the second round, but yeah, it wasn't as bad as the first round. And I remembered listening to the same song over and over again, just like everyone who's in a heartbroken situation. So go ahead and break my heart again. Leave me wondering why the hell I ever let you in. Are you the definition of insanity? Or am I? Oh, it must be nice to love someone who let you break them twice. And then comes to the final and ultimate stage, acceptance. It has been September, October, November, December, February, 5 or 6 months of a roller coaster of feelings. And I was tired. I'm tired of having swallowed eyes every time I wake up. I'm tired of listening to the same song. I'm tired of writing pages of him in this thick as journal. Somebody should pay me. God. And one day I decided to, you know what, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down for my morning meditation. And the intention was to accept. I am accepting my reality. I want to move on. Universe, please help me to move on. And I accept that this story is mine, but it was already in the past. I own it. I took a ceramic bowl, a lighter, some pieces of paper, and a pen. And so I wrote his name on this piece of paper. I wrote our story, my feelings toward him. I wrote everything about this guy and my feelings about this guy. And when I'm ready, I light the paper on fire and watch it burn on the bowl and watching it turn into ashes. For once, letting the pain goes away. This was the last stage, and clearly not everyone experiencing the 5 stages in order. And like me, I was in the depression stage first before going into anger, and I didn't really experience the denial phase, so I think that is okay. Kubler-Ross say that it is fine because humans' feelings are not like stages of stairs. Humans' feelings are complicated. So maybe some people only go through 2 or 3 stages. Maybe some of them didn't even finish the stage. They killed themselves. I mean, it happened. And so, to put it simple, experiencing traumatic event feels like you've been hit by this big, hard, lumpy piece of shit. You cannot get rid of it because it sticks with you. It sticks on the back of your shoulder. You cannot just throw yourself away. No. So how do you take it off? You process it. You take one piece each day, put it in the blender, turn it on. Wait, it cannot blend. because you need water. So you cry. You cry into the blender. You cry into the blender, you turn it on, and then you blend it. And it crushed. It's more sticky. And then, maybe another day, you take a big piece of shit and then you throw it into the floor and then you hammer it down. You piece of shit. I fucking hate you. It will become pieces of shit. Easily spreadable, right? Now you have the sticky and the spreadable pieces of shit. And you know what? Humans, just like plants, we need to grow. What does plant need for it to grow? In its sun, in its water, good soil. How to make it faster? A good fertilizer. You have those pieces of shit lying around your garden and then you just spread it. Yes. My dear, the point of living is to grow. So let it grow. But hey, Sisil, but how do you know how you have moved on? A good question. 3 days ago, we were reunited again. We met at the beach. Just the two of us and my dog, if that counts. We shared about what has been happening with our life for the past months. And so he asked me, hey, so what it is that you want to tell me before? Oh, he was talking about my text on December, saying that I want to meet him for one-on-one. But I've already forgot about it. And I said, yeah, I don't really remember. I forgot. And then he said, well, okay. And he was asking me about my love life, and I asked him the same. And so he already have some partner. And so, no, I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything anymore. The feeling is different now. And I'm happy where I am. I'm happy where he is right now. So we're good. No hard feeling at all. And so after 2 hours of meeting, we went back our separate ways, and I went back home once again, watering my plant because I was crying. Oh my God, I went back to my Garden of Eden inside me. And I'm like, but then I hugged myself. You did it. You moved on. And that, my dear, is how you move on. Thank you.